All right, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Apex Hound 2. Today we're going to be discussing the 5 games that I think look the best that are coming out in June 2023. Basically the 5 games that I'm most excited for personally. So a couple of honorable mentions before we jump right in. June does have some banger games and some ones that I'm really personally excited for, but it also has some big games that I'm really not into personally. Like Street Fighter 6 is coming out in June, and that one is going to be mega. I just saw the reviews for it, the Metacritic score for it. It's like a 92, so people are going to be very excited about Street Fighter, no doubt. And yeah, I mean, I've never really been into fighting games at all personally, like never. I tried to get into them a few different times, but I just for some reason can't get into them. I'm absolutely dog shit at them as well. Like obviously it takes practice and stuff like that to get better, but I just don't know. It's not my style really, I guess. Another couple of games that are coming out in June are Crash Team Rumble and Harmony: The Fall of Reverie. So Crash Team Rumble, I watched a little bit of gameplay, and honestly it looks like it could get really repetitive really quickly. Crash Team Rumble is like this online crash game that I mean, did anyone really ask for anything like this? I'm not sure. I'm not personally excited for it, but I know probably a few people out there are. And Harmony: The Fall of Reverie is Dontnod's new game. So they have made obviously the Life is Strange franchise, and this one's a little bit more, I'll say, like text-based than their other games. It's not quite as cinematic as those games, but I think it looks cool. I'm actually going to be playing that one for review starting this month. I'm going to be playing that one for the next week or so and giving you guys a review on launch day. So look out for that one, and I can let you guys know if it's actually good or not. So let's jump in to the top 5. June, as I said, has some banger games, and we're going to start off with the one that I am definitely most excited for, and I'm sure a lot of people here are very excited for as well, and that's Diablo 4. I'm not going in order of which game I'm most excited for or anything. I'm just going in order of the release date, what the release date is for the game, and this one is coming out June 6th, so one of the early June games is Diablo 4, and boys, I am just disgustingly excited for this one. I know I'm already going to sink so much time into this. I pumped about 20 plus hours into the betas, and I didn't want to really play too much more after that because I already know I'm all the way in on this one, and I'm just kind of waiting for the game to drop, and I'm just going to go ham on it. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be doing a series on it here on YouTube, and I'm probably going to be playing with my friends with some separate characters in the off time as well. I know me and my friend Mickey Finnegan are going to be playing this one together. So overall, yeah, I'm really excited about Diablo 4. I'm nervous about how much time I'm going to sink into this one, honestly. I can't wait to dive in. Hopefully it doesn't harm my productivity too much. But yeah, Blizzard games tend to do that. Like World of Warcraft growing up just absolutely destroyed my time management, honestly. And Diablo 4 will probably do the same. I love Diablo 3. I've actually kind of got into Diablo more recently. I didn't play like the early Diablos, but Diablo 3 Reaper Assaults on PS4, really love that one, and that's kind of what got me in. I went back and played Diablo 2 on the PS5, and now I am playing Diablo 4 on PS5 as well. I'm a pure console kid, unfortunately, so you know, I know a lot of the fan base for Diablo is probably PC based, but I'm more of a console player. Super excited about this one. Can't wait to dive in. Can't wait to try out all the different characters as well. I'm probably gonna have like 3-4 different characters that I get to max level eventually. I'm probably gonna start with the sorcerer because that was the one that I was enjoying the most personally in the beta, but I do want to level up a druid as well, so we'll see what happens. And yeah, overall I know a lot of people are going to be buzzing for this one, so it's a strong start to the list. But let's go to a little bit of a smaller game now for the second game, and that is Park Beyond. So Park Beyond is basically a roller coaster tycoon type game. It's coming out June 16th, and I used to love the roller coaster tycoon games as a kid. I haven't really played anything like that in donkeys of years since I was a kid, honestly. I think the closest I got is Jurassic World Evolution, is it called, I think. I played maybe like 6-7 hours of that one, where you kind of have to create a dinosaur Jurassic Park style theme park, but this one is more the old school classic style of game, but modernized into a newer version. So yeah, I'm all in on Park Beyond. I can't wait to build up the best theme park known to man. And I always just found so much humor in these games as well, like the different kind of things that you'd see people doing inside your park, just the crazy shit that goes on, I always found quite funny and entertaining. And like, these are the kind of games, along with Sims, where like they just were a big part of your childhood, you know? Like, I know that a lot of people here are going to have that same experience where Roller Coaster Tycoon was a huge part of your childhood, right? So I'm very excited to try out Park Beyond and see if it can bring back the magic of those games of old. All right, third game is F123. This comes out the same date, actually, I believe, on June 16th. So I've actually been playing this one a little bit, so I have a little bit of insight into this one. I've played a little bit of Breaking Point. I've played a little bit of the game outside of that as well, just doing some random Grand Prix and hot laps. I think I've done 2 videos for this on the Apex Hound channel, so if you want to check them out, you can. And yeah, I think that it's a good upgrade from F122. The handling is definitely better, and the thing I'm most excited to dive back into is Breaking Point 2. So this wasn't actually a part of F122. It was a part of F121 though, and they took a 1-year break, and I actually kind of enjoyed that 1-year break from it. To come back the following year, because it has me like yearning for it even more now. I really enjoy the story aspect of this, but I'm also excited to jump in and do another career and kind of do maybe a co-op career with Game Ride or something. I just always have so much fun when these games launch for quite a few months on doing these career modes and doing the Breaking Point. But yeah, Breaking Point's probably the thing I'm most excited about, but career and co-op career and stuff like that has me very, very excited as well. I might even dive into online for F123 for the first time. I've really never dived into online for this game at all, because I feel like I'm just too much of a noob for it. Even still now, after playing the games for 2 years, I've played them quite extensively. But yeah, I'm just excited to see where Aiden Jackson's story goes in Breaking Point and complete that one. It seems like that has a very big part to play in this game, and looks like the story is going to be really interesting and fun from what I've played so far. For my part 1, I did a 15-minute part 1, and yeah, just overall small little improvements to handling and the way the game feels overall has me quite excited for the launch of F123. And yeah, I'm going to be managing my time quite well there around F123 and Park Beyond. Now, the fourth game we're going to talk about is one that's probably flying under the radar. I don't think a lot of people know about this game. This game is called Trepang 2. So yeah, this one comes out on June 21st, a little bit later on in the month. This one was suggested to me by my editor Sanakagi, and I mean, you can kind of get the gist of the game by just looking at the gameplay on screen. It looks fast-paced, it looks brutal, and it looks fun. So I'm not usually one who's really into these like ultra-violent games or movies. It kind of just, I don't really enjoy it all that much personally, but this one for some reason just looks straight up fun. Like, it doesn't even look really that violent. It's like violent in a silly way. Like, it's just over the top, really fun. And I've kind of missed playing some fun, fast-paced first-person shooters. It's been a hot minute. So Trepang 2, I think, looks really interesting. This one is only on PC, unfortunately, for now at least. It won't be coming to consoles on launch. So yeah, a lot of these kind of smaller, under-the-radar games generally tend to only like release on PC. But hopefully it gets some traction and it can come out on consoles in the future. And we'll see, honestly. And I forgot to mention as well, for Park Beyond, that one's only next-generation consoles. F123 and Diablo 4, I think, are on all platforms, pretty much all of the major platforms at least. So yeah, Trepang 2 coming June 21st. Check the game out a little bit more extensively if you want. I'll probably check it out on the channel just to have fun with a video or something like that. But as you can see from the gameplay as well, this one is set in the distant future, and you basically are just dodging bullets, shooting people with shotguns, blowing them up. It just looks like absolutely hectic hardcore shooting, and I think it's going to be a fun one for sure. And the fifth and final game on the list in June is Final Fantasy 16, of course. This one comes out June 22nd, and this is an interesting one for me because, as I'm sure most of you know who've been here for a long time, I'm not really a big Final Fantasy guy, but as we close in on 16, I find myself more and more drawn towards this game and wanting to just check it out at least, because I'm not sure if I will yet, honestly, because I've never beaten a Final Fantasy game all the way through. I've played maybe 2 hours of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I just couldn't get into it. I've tried tried Final Fantasy 15 and I really didn't enjoy it at all, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, if you guys think it's possible for me to jump into 16 without being mega confused, maybe let me know. I don't know if it's like a separate story from the ones that have gone by. Like, is it a new story entirely, or is it intertwined? I'm sure obviously there's going to be lore and characters and stuff like that, but is it like its own story, or is it following on from 15? I'm not sure exactly. I think it's maybe in a vacuum its own story, but we'll have to see. I really like the look of like the mounts and the wolves that you can have, and it just looks like it's up my street, honestly, with a lot of the stuff that they showed. But as I've really never got into one before, I don't know if this will be the one that would draw me in, but I'm willing to give it a shot and try and beat a Final Fantasy game for the first time ever. I was debating as well going back and maybe trying one of the Pixel remasters, trying Final Fantasy 6 or something like that, just to see if I could get in the headspace of Final Fantasy before Final Fantasy 16. But I think it might be a little late now with Diablo coming up soon, and Park Beyond and F123 and Trepang, all these games coming out in June. It's already going to be a stacked month. So yeah, it should be interesting. Final Fantasy 16, let me know what you think on that. Like, if you do think that I should give it a shot or not. I'm kind of interested to see people's opinions on that. Like, am I too late to finally get into Final Fantasy is what I'm saying. Like, could I potentially get into the series now, or has time passed me by? Because there's a few games that are like deep in, but 16 games, that's so many games. Like, I got into Persona with Persona 5 and I really love that franchise now. I got into Yakuza, and I know there's like, but I actually started with Yakuza 0 because I started with Judgment, I guess, but that's like a spin-off. And I've played so many of those games since, and I absolutely love that franchise. So I'm wondering if this is one where I've missed a beat and I could finally get into it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Really appreciate you tuning in, guys. Thank you for watching, and this is the 5 games that I'm most excited for in June, and I'm really excited about this month coming up on the channel, and just in general for gaming as well. I plan to do more videos like this, centered around like not just like this, but like centered around gaming news, and I'm working on a video now about the future of PlayStation and live service, and kind of just being apprehensive about the whole future of PlayStation in general. And yeah, I'm just kind of excited to branch out on this channel. I want to do more with it, and I feel like I haven't been doing enough with it for the last couple of years, and I want to branch out and do more, and kind of do more kinds of stuff like the reviews as well. I love doing those reviews, I really do, but I just need to find the time is the only thing. So thanks for watching, really appreciate it. See you next time. Pleasure to serve you all. Peace out.